You can ship alcohol via FedEx and UPS, but not via the U.S. Postal Service. Bunch of prudes, man. Bunch of prudes. They were getting people killed, and we finally got their mechs. I mean, I really would have loved to have gotten that Stormcrow. I'm sorry, Ryokan. I don't know. I mean, I know why they call it the Ryokan, because it was first identified in the Draconis Combine, but it feels weird to call it a Ryokan. It feels weird to refer to anything by a Combine designation. I know Erst is gonna say fuck the dragon, because Erst always says fuck the dragon, but, like, Look, I'm not gonna sit here and try to make the argument that any faction in Battletech is quote-unquote the good guys. But if there was ever a faction that qualified as unapologetically the bad guys, it's definitely the Draconis Combine. Want to trigger a clan fanboy, call them clan mech by its inner sphere designation. Oh, absolutely, Wasteland. I try to do that as much as possible. Davian are the good guys? Strong disagree. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. Not even close. He's over here trying to trigger me, chat. He knows. He knows. MadCat27 says I feel called out. No, no, no. No, no, no. You're doing it right. You're absolutely doing it right. Capellans backstabbing. Listen, I've said before, I understand why Capellans are the way that they are. I don't necessarily approve of Capellan tactics, but I understand where the desire comes from. You have to understand that Capellans are the weakest house, they are the smallest house geographically and politically. Like, they're always on the back foot, and they're surrounded by neighbors who could crush them if they ever decided that they wanted to completely wipe them off the map. So the only real option that the Capellans have is to fight dirty. Because if they weren't fighting dirty, if they didn't use political machinations and espionage and assassinations and backstabbing, like, they would have ceased to exist a long time ago. Draconis Combine doesn't have that problem. Draconis Combine is one of the largest houses in the Inner Sphere. Again, to somebody's point that already said, they started the Succession Wars because they were one of the most powerful factions and thought they could have a go at it. Like, the first Succession War is the fault of the Draconis Combine. Like, if you could only label one faction in Battletech as the bad guys, it's the Draconis Combine. Like, if you could only call one faction the bad guys, like capital V, it's gotta be the Combine. Maybe Jade Falcon? Nah, because, like, Jade Falcon as a clan is still kind of in line with what the rest of the clans want, which is to, like, bring their idea of civilization back to the Inner Sphere. They think that the Inner Sphere is backwards, that they've strayed from quote-unquote the light of Kerensky, because worshipping a general as a deity is definitely not a stupid fucking way to build a society. Anyway, the point is, their intentions are good at heart, even if their methods are not. Their methods may be ruthless, but the baseline of the intent is to make the Inner Sphere a better place. Even for the Jade Falcons. Like, they want to make the Inner Sphere better, it's just that what they consider to be better, and how to get to that quote-unquote better, is what we take umbrage with. Whereas the Combine isn't trying to improve the Inner Sphere or anyone else's lives, they just want to enrich themselves. That's it. That's literally their only MO. We want to be in control of everything because fuck everybody else. That's the Combine's MO. So, again, if ever there were going to be a faction that I was going to label as the bad guys in the setting, it's absolutely the Combine. They do make some cool mechs, though. I gotta say. They make some cool mechs. But they're still assholes. Anyway, chat. Anyway, that is one mission out of the way, so let's head to the mech bay real quick. Did we get enough wasp parts to make one? If so, I'm just gonna build it and sell it, but I don't. We got these 2 parts. Yeah, it was just the 2 parts. Alright, so we're gonna sell them. Get rid of the wasp parts. We'll get rid of the oh, that's not even the Jenner, that's a junior. Yeah, we're definitely scrapping the junior. Let's see. We got the elemental part. We got a stinger. I don't need that. Get the fuck out of here. Let me see. We got... Oh, scorpion medium? No, get out of here. I'm never using another scorpion for as long as I live. We got another raptor. Let's just go ahead and scrap that. Brigand. I don't think I'm ever gonna build a brigand. Still got commando parts. I'm not against that idea. We got parts for 3 different versions of Urbies. I might keep these. Maybe. Okay, so chat, hear me out. Hear me out. Urban mechs are not good. They're a meme. However, there are so many meme variants of the urban mech that some of them actually have like really good parts, like really good weapons and other basic systems. So like keeping urban mechs around just on the off chance that we could buy or build some goofball variant that has like a super weapon or something on it and get it for free, like to me, that's... You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to build urban mechs because I want urban mechs. I want to build urban mechs because we might get cool stuff out of them. Wasn't there a Thumper Urbie around? I don't recall there being a Thumper Urbie, but there was definitely a version that used, the howitzer. Ask me how I know, chat. For those of you that have been around for a long time, you'll remember the reason that I know that the artillery Urbie exists is because I got one of our mechs blown up in the very first mission of our previous BTA campaign over 1.5 years ago. Because I didn't realize that that Urbie was on the field and it proceeded to... It proceeded to commit some unspeakable acts to the Shadowhawk that we had on the field at the time. Yeah, it was not the Thumper artillery piece though. It was just a periphery howitzer. I think it was like a howitzer 8 or something like that. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, still a good weapon system. It was just unexpected. And then I had PTSD about urban mechs for the rest of that campaign. Let's get rid of the Cyclone. Don't really need it. We got another... I mean, we can almost build another Spectre. I'll hang on to it for now. I really want another Hollander. I don't want a Vulcan. Get the fuck out of here with that. Let's see. I don't think I'm ever gonna build a Clint. And I don't think that we'll run into him that much. I don't need an Assassin. I don't need a Phoenix Hawk. I don't really need a Maxim either. It's just a vehicle. Yeah, I'll keep the rest. I mean, we're up to 3.3 million, so we're in good shape. We're in good shape. I love some everyone is accepted as long as they don't hurt anyone and are consenting adults, but the state has its best interest to help the population. I mean, that's kind of how we run this mercenary company. Like, We accept all shapes and sizes as long as you get along, and as long as you keep the fights strictly to fists, and nobody dies, then I'm good with it. The only decent Vulcan is the 5T. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, Wasteland. It's your right as an American to be wrong. There are no good Vulcans. Fight me. Anyway, chat, we don't have anything to rebuild. Nobody has... Well, I mean, we could... Chad, do we start putting the awesome back together? I know that time and money were the concern before. Internals. Yeah, we don't have a 350. I got one 275 engine that we could put in this thing. That's gonna knock us down to a 3.5, but it's an awesome, so it's not exactly known for its speed and mobility. I mean, what I could do, chat. How much does the 250 save versus the 275? I mean, it gives us 3 tons, and that's gonna knock us down to a 3.4 instead of a 3.5. What I could do instead is just spend the 240 and the 5 days to rebuild it, to basically fix it. And then we just put it in storage for a while. Because I'm gonna be in medbay for like the next 3 months anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, like, I'm not gonna be driving this thing anytime soon. It might just be a better idea to fix it and store it for now. Smurgelli says, sleepy time, night-night, Maria, and everyone. Alright, Smurgelli, well thanks. Thanks for hanging out with us, even if it was just for a little bit. And I do hope you have a good night and an outstanding week. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get it fixed. The reason that we need to fix it is because it won't let us store the mech when it's damaged. So I have to fix it first, and then we'll store it. So let's get the repair job on the books. Remember, chat, if it's not in a work order, it's not getting done. So you gotta handle it. All right. In the meantime, we got 3 million C-bills. Let's hit the store, because here's the thing. We're in Taurian territory, chat, which means we're getting a 10% discount on everything in the store. Like, if we were ever gonna go on a spending spree, now would be the time. We got an Arrow 4, but we don't have anything that can mount it. We got some ER small lasers. We got howitzers. Did you intend to repair without an engine? Yes, Vergan. I'm just repairing it so that we can store the mech. Like, when I store the mech, it's going to take everything out of it anyway, including the engine. So there's no point in putting an engine in it, because it's just going to get stripped out when I store it. Think of storing the mech as breaking it down, putting it in a box, and sticking it in the closet. Let me see. We got medium cannons, mortars, PPCs. I mean, there's just not really a whole lot of good stuff here, to be honest. I could grab a snub-nosed PPC. I do be liking me a snub-nosed PPC. Let me see. They got an XL engine for sale, but we've already got a couple of those. How many do we have? Yeah, we got 2. They got Pharaoh for sale? No, we already got 5 of those. Hardened cockpit, laser insulator. I mean, a laser insulator. Oh, never mind. We already have 4 of those. Jesus. I'm like, man, this would be good. And then I look at it and we already have it. And I'm like, oh. Oh shit, we got piercing AC5 ammo. Absolutely gonna buy that. Not even gonna feel bad about it.
New equipment available.
More precision ammo for an AC2. I'm okay with buying those.
New equipment available.
Let's see what else. Oh, chat. Piercing AC20 ammo, though. I mean, what if 20 damage to structure? Like, it's gonna do less damage, but understand that doing 20 damage to structure is enough to basically break the part instantly of any light or medium mech. Like, this ammunition could fuck. If we had an AC-20 that we were using it with. Don't know how much I've missed, but did you ever like the shotgun PPC that you got a while back? Well, we haven't used it yet, Redlock. But when we do, I'll let you know. But of course, welcome to the stream on a Sunday. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well so far. Jamie can't put piercing AC-20 ammo on a demolisher. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping one day that they'll get vehicle modification working in a way that is balanced. Because I would love to just run a vehicle company. The only reason that I don't do that yet is because we don't have the ability to modify vehicles. Like, yeah, if I could modify vehicles, I would be 100% okay with just running a 100% vehicle company. You're required to apologize for doubting me if you like the shotgun EBC. I mean, well, still, I'm always gonna try it first. You know me. Like, after the whole debacle with the plasma rifles and how I had been smack-talking them for so long, and then they ended up becoming my favorite weapon, like, I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it a chance. Let's buy the piercing AC-20 ammo, because...
New equipment
and piercing AC-10 ammo. Piercing ammo of any kind,
New
I absolutely want.
Available.
Let's see, a rangefinder. What does this actually do? Extra sight distance. That's it. I mean, if it gave me some extra accuracy or something, I'd be more inclined. Let me see. We got some laser FCS. That might be good on a design where we only got a couple of lasers. Like, maybe if we did, like, an X-Pulse or something, this would be good, but... Like, lasers, you're typically using a bunch of them at one time, so it kind of, like... Laser FCS is kind of... It feels like a waste to me. Let me see. What else do we have? I mean, they got a couple medium pulse lasers. A little pulse Frank's Red Hot? I'm good with that.
Available.
Some extra spicy Frank's Red Hot. 60-ton SRM carrier? No, thank you. Could buy a Drillson. Could buy another APC. What's the armor on this thing, though? That's what I want to know. Because this looks very similar to what we're already running. Like, at least it looks like it's the same. Okay, here we go. Armor and structure. Total. Oh, gross. It's only got 640 armor. I don't like that. The reason that I'm running the APC that I'm running, is because it has like 1100 armor. Like, it's basically just a tank. I bring it to soak up damage. So this would not serve that purpose nearly as well. I would love to buy the Behemoth if I could, but we don't have the money for that. I also wouldn't mind buying the Rottweiler if we could afford it, but I can't. Maybe not this version of the Rottweiler, but a Rottweiler. We could just... If I had more vehicle pilots, I would absolutely just buy a bunch of Savannah Masters for the memes. But vehicle pilots are so hard to find, so doesn't really work out. Doesn't really work out. Heavy mortar carrier. Where's a heavy mortar carrier? Oh, heavy mortar carrier. 3.6 million. 5 mortar 8s. Yeah, we looked at this last time. This thing's actually really good because it's got all these different types of ammo. You got airburst, inferno, acid, mines, guided. Like, this is actually a really good mortar platform. If I could afford it, I would absolutely buy it because this would be outstanding for fire support. Not the Savannah Master. Oh yeah, no. I would absolutely go with the meme. And this is the medium laser version, so like it's as powerful as a Savannah Master is gonna get. Sell it all. I mean, we're not done at this planet yet. Like, we've still got more missions we can do, so I'm good with that. We'll do a battle in the desert. We'll make some more money. Let's see. 2 to 11. Against the Oregon Coalition. Chet, I'm kind of tempted to take the money on this because it's $500,000, but we gotta take max salvage though, don't we? I feel like we have to take max salvage. We always have to take max salvage. Yeah, I told you, Chad, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Alright, I mean, we didn't lose anybody, nothing got damaged, so I think we can just go with what we got. I wish we had another vehicle pilot that wasn't fucking injured. But, it is what it is. Let's make it hot, Chad.
Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
4 parts of a medium mech gets you so much money. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, and I guess I meant to mention this earlier, but I forgot. But one of the things that I did in between streams, chat, was to, I decreased the amount of money that we spend on salary. So essentially, I cut the salaries in half so that mech warriors are only making about half as much as they used to per month. But what I did was, to compensate for that, I made mech bay repair times and costs go up so that it's going to cost us more money when we make a mistake, but we get rewarded more for like I don't want to spend as much on continuous operation, right? Like, I don't want to have to spend a shitload of money just to keep the lights on. I only want to have to spend the money if I make a mistake. That is, if somebody gets damaged or somebody gets injured, like, that's gonna cost us more money, but it feels stupid to me to spend 500,000 C-bills a month just in salary. Like, it shouldn't be that expensive, especially when half of those pilots are just gonna be sitting around in the med bay. Like, if the game had the ability to, like, pay people less when they're in med bay, I'd be okay with that. But since you're making the same amount of money regardless, I reduced the salaries but increased the cost of just about everything else. So it becomes more of a high-risk, high-reward playstyle, because when we do well, we have to spend less money, but when we do badly, we spend more money than we would have been before. Fire them if they get injured. No. I mean, I know there's no such thing as labor laws in the inner sphere, but even I'm not that heartless. Wonder why you have no new pilots showing up to fight for you. I mean, we have plenty of pilots showing up, it's just none of them are vehicle pilots. There's always meat for the grinder, I just need vehicle pilots. Which, you would think it would be the opposite, right? Like, tankers and other vehicle pilots you would think would be a dime a dozen, and it would be the experienced mech warriors that are harder to find, but in a game about stompy robots, it makes more sense for there to be more stompy robot pilots.
Hey, nice wasteland we got here.
Alright, here we go, Chad. Alright, we've made contact with the enemy. It's an unknown mech. Mythion, you can get 6 evasion. As a matter of fact, here's what I'm gonna do. Now that we know where they are, I'm just gonna cheese, and we're gonna get rid of that spawn. We're gonna get rid of that spawn protection. Everybody reserved a 1.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we did not get rid of the spawn protection. 5 evasion? I'm good with that.
Confirmed.
What do we got? I swear to God, the game is making fun of me, chat. I swear the game is making fun of me. It's a missile Irby. It's a missile Irby. But it has 8 evasion, which is not a thing that an urban mech should ever have.
Ready to rock.
Alright, CVEX, the Ben Richards is the fastest of boys, so I'm gonna have you run forward.
Quick stepping it.
Okay, the Ben Richards is not as fast as I thought it was gonna be when we're running through trees.
Receiving you.
Dragon Master in the Jenner. Go ahead and give me a sprint up the hill here.
Let's move.
Outstanding. Broke the mech encounter table. I mean, clearly. Clearly.
Standing by.
Let's see. Where's the most... I mean, I guess technically we have some elevation regardless. So I'll go ahead and move
Got it.
here. And, yeah, we got decent chances to hit. I mean, it's an urban mech. It's either going to only ever have 1 or 0 evasion.
Confirmed.
Let me see. Then, in the commando, I'm not gonna sprint because I don't want you to lose accuracy. And then we'll hit him with the LRM.
Engaging target.
Oh, that's right. Fast cam. Forgot about that.
Orders.
My bad. Let me see. Need to kill the stealth on this thing. And then we'll run
Hey,
up
let's see
here.
what this baby can do.
And we'll give him a couple medium lasers to the face.
Got it.
As you do. And we missed with both lasers. Man, look. Vio, I don't know where you went to gunnery school, but you need to get your money back, because you got shafted, buddy. Welcome to Forgot to Switch Mines Off Club. Correct, Fabrizio. That's part of the reason that I don't take mines, because the game always seems to prioritize the mines first. And part of the reason I don't like taking mines is because I always forget to take them off on the first turn. Bold of you to assume anyone among our pilots went to any kind of school. I mean,
What are your orders, Skipper?
technically some daycares count as school.
Acknowledged.
Alright, let's fire the regular missiles this
Locking
time.
off. All weapon systems. Inflicted some nasty on that sumbitch.
Fire starter. I would take another fire starter.
Something I can do.
I am not against the idea of another fire starter, and this is the fire starter S. Also has the, it's basically just a downgraded version of the one that we already have. I would take it just for the AMS, to be honest.
Consider it done.
Let's hit him with the full alpha.
I copy.
School was an
Target's
option.
Taking a critical hit.
Education is always an option. If you're not educated, take the time to educate yourself. What? Is that another? Yep, it's another fire starter. Only it's the basic bitch fire starter. This one is. I'm actually okay with that. I'm good with another fire starter.
Waiting for orders.
100% okay with it. Battletech. Okay, there we go.
Got it.
And there goes the arm, the torso, and the engine.
That's a kill.
No more Irby. Knowledge is power. Always be He-Man. Correct.
Skipper,
Either that or G.I. Joe, because knowing is half the battle. Never forget. Alright, we'll get our 7 evasion. Like, that's the great thing about the Spectre, is even without the stealth system, you still get a shitload of evasion. We'll take the coin flip.
I'm on him.
The big red button and the lights and beeps happen in the cockpit. Sometimes it gets hot. I drink a space Coke from my space cooler. There you go.
Ready for orders.
Ajax has the right of it. That's what it's all about.
Aye, aye.
Let me see. 29 and 29, so basically does not matter. So I'll shoot at the closer target to do more damage.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
And
Good to go.
crappy, because it's fire starters, like, you don't necessarily even need to move all that much. I just need to put you on an angle where you have a shot.
Moving out.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna Battle Lord. Because we got a decent chance to hit. That's what I get. That's what I get.
What's up, boss?
I deserve that.
Engaging target.
As advertised,
It's
yes.
on now.
Crappy is 100% on brand so far today.
Hey, up.
Absolutely on brand today. Let me see. I'm not gonna sprint, I'm just gonna move. And, Go-Go Gadget Sandpaper. As a matter of fact, Battle Lord and Go-Go Gadget Sandpaper. Anyone else feel like Crappy needs a silver bullet Gauss instead of a regular? I mean, he needs something with accuracy by volume. I feel like the Gauss rifle is not for him. Like, the design is sound. The pilot,
Right
not
here.
so much. Oh, yes, bitch. It's time. Should I be getting into close combat with a flamer fire starter? Probably not. Am I gonna do it anyway? Absolutely.
Coordinates received. Putting my weight into it.
Fire starter on fire starter action. It is hot indeed.
Oh, nice hit on that one. Nice hit.
Oh, okay, he's returning the favor. Alright, alright. We're slugging it out.
Reporting. Watch my heat. I'm taking damage.
We're slugging it out, chat.
Good to go.
Let's see. Mythion and Owens. I'm good with that. Let's melee. Give him the kick and the full alpha at point blank range, as you do.
Aye, aye. Locked on for physical attack. Hell yes.
Alright, there goes the right arm.
Critical hit, Commander.
Standing by.
That's one less part, but we'll make do. Jenner, do we have to worry about friendly fire on this one, or are you good? Okay, we're good. Fire.
All weapons, go.
And yet he lives. He's panicked, but he's still
What are your orders,
alive.
Skipper?
Let's see. Damn. Is there anywhere that I can get him that doesn't require charging? No. Alright. Well, if that's the case, then we'll just move up
Affirmative, Commander.
and we'll fire.
I'm on him.
Oh, that was... I was gonna say, that was all internal. That dude is toast.
Enemy eliminated.
One salvageable part. Alright, I think as long as we get 2 parts off of this other guy,
Orders.
then that'll give us enough. So you know what? We don't even have to move. Crappy. Please stop being crappy.
Affirmative.
Holy shit. Chat, he was not crappy.
Yes, Commander.
I approve.
Copy that. Hot damn. Let's do this.
Yup.
Well, you know, once again, not really any point. We'll just shoot.
All weapons. Go.
I'm a shooter. I like to shoot. We got 1 hit. That's all that matters. It wasn't a miss. Oh. Alright. You're gonna be nice and come to me. That works. I don't know why you decided to charge into a group of light mechs when you just watched us fucking beat the shit out of your boy. But if that's how you want to die, I'm good with that. So we're gonna kick. And I need to bring the heat down a little bit. So let's get rid of some medium lasers.
On my way.
Outstanding. You have made a grave error, my friend. You have made a grave error.
On my way.
And there goes the leg.
Let's get this done.
He's taking a dirt nap.
Scored. Critical hit.
Or he's just gonna panic eject. That works too. Outstanding work.
Mission successful.
Looks like the Oregon Coalition is out here doing what they do best, which is surrender. Yeah, that's right. I just compared the newest canon faction to Space France. Why the hate for the Oregon Coalition? Because I'm not terribly thrilled with the way that they were portrayed in the base game. In a setting like Battletech, a faction like the Oregon Coalition is... It doesn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion. Like, the plot makes sense, but like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the way they were portrayed in the game. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And Ajax, I see a hydration incoming. And Vio resubscribing for 16 months at tier 3, chat. Get Vio some green juice in the chat for the 5 subs in 1 for 16 months. Saying, damn it, I keep missing the intro. I mean, you've only missed a couple missions so far. It hasn't been too bad just yet. Of course, we had our requisite me running my mouth for over an hour at the beginning of the stream. So, you know. If that's what you're here for, then... Yeah, you missed that part. But there's always the VOD. There's always the VOD after. Have a drink and blow up some robots. I'm out. Y'all have fun. I'll see if I get another Sunday off sometime. Alright, Ajax. Well, it was I'm glad that we could see you again after so long. Glad that you're doing okay and that you could join us for some more hot mech on mech action. And in the meantime, I do hope that you have an outstanding week. In the reality Battletech universe, the Aurigans would have been absorbed by the Capellans in the First Succession War because they wouldn't have had the manpower to protect themselves. Yeah, and that's, again, I'm kind of the same mind, Omega. Like, the Aurigan coalition doesn't make a lot of sense in the setting. Like, the reason that the Taurian Concordant as a periphery state still exists in spite of Davian and Capellan interference is because, one, the Capellans have traditionally supported the Taurians specifically because they hate Davians. Like, Capellans supporting the Taurians causes Davian problems, and so they're all about that. And then on the other hand, the Taurians are also like, we have nukes, we will use nukes, don't fuck with us. And so it's one of these things where it's like it's kind of like a Japan thing, right? Like in World War II, where Japan was always going to lose once the world started fighting against them. The question was not whether or not the Japanese could be beaten, it was how costly it was going to be to defeat them. And the Taurian coalition is kind of they're kind of the same thing in the setting, at least in this time period, where again, could a successor state take out the Taurian Concordant? Yes. But at what cost? Like, how many mechs, how many men, how many years would it cost them to conquer the Taurian Concordant? And then how much would it continue to cost them in the years, decades, and centuries after? Because the Taurians aren't just going to turn over and die. Even if they get conquered, you are going to have a decades, if not centuries-long insurgency. Look at what happened with Ratzelhagen. Like, same situation. It is one of those things where it's like, is it really worth it? And for most would-be conquerors, they're just like, yeah, it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the trouble. Whereas the Aurigan coalition is like, oh, we're such the good guys, and we're so benevolent, and we're so awesome, and we don't even have a very strong military because we're so peaceful and diplomatic and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what would happen if you didn't have a strong military? You would cease to exist. Because that's just how Battletech is. As a Battletech novice, I know some of these words. I mean, Kage, as you get more into the setting, come back and watch this again, and it'll make more sense, I'm sure. Anyway, chat. Let us get to the salvage screen and see what kind of goodies we can get. I mean, there's 4 Firestarter parts available. I can only pick 2, so if I take 2, hopefully we get 1 more. I think we had 1 or... Yeah, we have 1 part. So as long as we get 1 more part from RNGesus, we have another Firestarter. Does anyone have an answer to why the Outworlds Alliance exists? Because DM Fiat. That's why. Because that's just the fanfic that the BTA team has now put into the game. I've spoken at length about it, but yeah, You don't want to grab the S pieces over the H pieces. Does that matter? Oh no, I definitely want the S pieces, because the S has the AMS in it, as well as a Beagle probe. Oh, it also has Indo, which, that's good. Yeah. Alright, chat. Now's the time. Blow on the dice, or praise your preferred deity. Whatever ritual you do to appease RNGesus, now is the time to do it. Because we're gonna have to let RNGesus take the wheel. I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. We got all the parts. We missed the probe. We missed a couple of flamers. Not a big deal. I don't want that. Get out of here with that. The 210 core I'll keep because I think that's the default core for the fire starter, so I'll keep that in case we end up needing a replacement engine core. Not too bad, not too bad. Considering that we only got 11 picks on the salvage, that's a decent haul. That's a decent haul. Now, what mech that's currently being rebuilt am I going to unbuild? It's gonna be the urban mech, chat. But I need to make space in the mech bay for another fire starter. Because I will absolutely take a fire starter over an urban mech any day of the week.